Let me first have something from Shatra. You wrote The Soundless Mourn. I have interacted with the book. It is wonderful. It is a very, very wonderful piece of literature, I have to say. But it goes without say, the subject is quite intense, quite strong. I need you to tell us, what is it that inspired you to come up with this?
First of all, welcome everybody. My name is Naluodera Shatra. I'm a writer, a poet, and currently a book author. Besides from that, I do a lot of other works, such as voice acting and dancing plus TV presenting. The question was, why did I write such a book with such a topic? First of all, mental health deals with the well-being of our brains. And this issue of mental health is spreading worldwide. It's not only dealing with the youths or the adults, but it's also dealing with the infants. It's dealing with ages from the infant stage to the old stage. This means that this issue, if it keeps on spreading, the entire world is going to be affected. And when it's affected, we are going to lose a lot of important people. And because of that, our world, when it comes to quality and standards, we are going to lose very, very, very important people, such as the people we have started losing in parliament. We've started losing very important people with this issue of mental health. It is really spreading worldwide. So the reason as to why I decided to put this message in my poetry collection is to be a voice of those that cannot speak, to be a voice of those that have this pain inside but cannot really let it out. And maybe if it reaches people that are concerned that can, help in any way, shape, or form, shape these people in the right way, we can get a better generation and a better future.
Yes, that is very insightful and wonderful. I just as still with you. Um, you see, there is one of the greatest African writers. I'm not sure. It's not a Chinua Achebe. It could be Wole Soyinka. I could be wrong, and I stand corrected. But I think he said that a writer scratches his itch on paper. And so I need to ask you something. It could be a bit more personal, but if you don't mind. Uh, Reading The Soundless Mourn, you would think that you have a very practical experience with mental health. And I need to say this, mental health lack of it does not mean you're mad. The two terms are not synonymous. Madness and mental health are not synonymous terms. But do you by any chance, have you interacted with people that have, had issues with mental health, or you yourself? Have you had a very practical experience with it to come up with such vivid description of the themes that really partake of mental health?
Personally, I can't tell that I've experienced this issue of mental health, but for real, I can tell that I have interacted with quite a number of people with this challenge. And after talking to them, actually, I've got relatives, I've got friends. There are some people I've talked to that I'm not really related to and have been suffering from this challenge. I've read a number of books expressing this challenge of mental health. And by this, I've got to realize that it is a really big problem in the world we are living in today, and it really needs serious attention.
Last time we were having a conversation and she told me, no, I have known people who have, suffered. I have talked to them. I have made research. And I was like, that is wonderful. So, ladies and gentlemen, you may not have interacted with Soundless Mourn. Right about now, I need us to listen to the poetess. I feel like, is there a better word for poetess? It seems out of rhythm when I say it, but to the writer. and she's an aspiring novelist. I think you told me you're working on a novel. So the both of you have someone to mentor. If I'm telling you, by the time she gets to 20, we'll have a library of her books. We're looking forward. But ladies and gentlemen, allow me officially introduce once again our little writer, Ashatra, to come and recite one of her, what she seems to take as the best poems in her collection. Right about now, you're going to take the floor and give us just one of your best your best poems. Is that okay? As we proceed after that, wonderful, please.
There are lots of poems in my books. In my book, sorry. But now we are talking about Sunday Month. It's got lots of poems about mental health. But for now, I'll be reciting the poem titled Ghost. Sometimes star has no beginning or end. You knock down the door to my soul day by day, night by night, and until when it was completely broken, did you stop? Every day is night for me, for the nightmares that flood my mind, induced by the cruelty of your actions. My eyes are filled with fire every time I remember that you were the spark to my fall. Sometimes star has no beginning or end. Inside the deepest parts of my heart, to the core of my soul, is a craving for your end. For all the hurt you have caused, your daylight will turn to night. Your darkest hour shall come, and you will cease to be anything.
All right, once again, want to welcome you. Thanks so much for kicking the gas company on this Saturday morning. It's your boy David. And I told you today I'm in a house of phenomenals as we joined for the Kids Award night. Now, standing next to me happens not to be any other person, but an author in the making. It's an honor to meet you, Shatra.
Oh, it's an honor to meet you too.
Kindly greet my viewer and introduce yourself for those that are seeing you for the first time.
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Shatra. You can call me Nalu Wandera. Shatra is my full name. I'm a poetess. I'm a writer. I write so many things, but basically poetry. I'm a voice actor. I'm a TV presenter on Reminac TV. I'm a dancer and also a singer at the same time.
Ooh, that's too much in just one person. All right, so tell me, tonight we join you as you're launching your book. Let's start by understanding where do you get the inspiration to sit down, get the pen, and start putting these lines on paper?
First of all, this book is about mental health. The effect of mental illness is so great currently in the world, and we can see that the percentage of mental health victims is rising each day that goes on. So I wrote this book to be a voice, to those that cannot speak out, to be a voice to those that cannot really talk out the pain they have at heart. Because some people basically have the pain, they have the pain in their minds, they are thinking about a lot, but they cannot bring it out to the public. And as saying that maybe if any person, any concerned citizen gets across this book, they can really do something helpful to the nation. They can really do something helpful to these mental health victims.
All right, I want you to help me understand mental health in line with children, because I mean, it's not a really, really big topic that is in schools or even in homes. Help me understand, and also my viewer, the distinction between children and mental health. Let's create the similarity.
You can say you. Many people think that this problem is only with youths or adults due to the substance abuse and things of such a kind. But this problem is actually also in infants, and it really needs to be talked about. There are so many things these infants go through. They can be abused. They're abused in so many ways, but sometimes they don't speak out. Sometimes they keep this in heart, and actually some of them tend to commit suicide. Some of them tend to run away from homes. A lot really happens to them, and we cannot see it. But if only they could speak out, we would be able to know. But some of them are too shy to speak out. Some of them just don't have the voice and the platform.
All right, that pushes me to my next question. Why should any child, why should any parent, why should anyone in Uganda and beyond get a copy of the book we're talking about today?
Anyone in Uganda and above all the other nations should get a copy of Soundless Mound in order to understand. And remember, this book revolves around the topics of mental health. So, in order to understand the themes, in order to understand the way different people go through this pain, and in order to know the solution of all the problems they go through in our daily life, they should purchase a copy of Soundless Mound.
All right, I happen to be a poet as well, and I put a lot of emphasis on titles because titles communicate a lot. Now, for the title of the book, Soundless Mourn, wow, it throws me in a lot of imaginations. Why choose such a title for a book?
Why choose such a title? As I told you in the beginning, this book revolves around the themes of mental health, the kind of there is lots of pain that people undergo, the kind of pain that even not the brightest of minds can explain. This kind of pain that even when you talk to professional, to any kind of person, they can't explain. You yourself know what is inside, but not anyone surrounding you has the right explanation for it. That's why I came up with the title Mental Health Soundless Mound, to portray the themes of this kind of pain inside the people around us. We cannot explain. It's inside, it's silent, it's not portrayed, but it's there, it's within. That's why I chose the title to be Soundless Mound.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much. Tell the viewers out there, how can they get a copy? Where can they find the book? Is it online? Share with us the details.
You can get a copy of your own. First of all, you can contact this number 0740625014 and order for your own copy, or maybe use WhatsApp. You can use reminaccomics.com and get to know more about our books, get to know how you can purchase a copy of your own, or maybe contact any of the Reminac Comics officials.
All right.
But the digits that you're going to be provided with.
All right. Thank you so much. My viewers, stick around as we get deeper into conversation.
Download the Salt Media app from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.